All right, let's talk about sleep. Wait. This isn't right. This is much better. Some satin jammies, and yep, we're ready to go to sleep. Video's over now. Okay, not really. Video's really not over. That would be a really dumb video. So when I was a child and a teenager, I had zero issues going to sleep, mostly because I was so stressed out all the time and working really hard in school. And so pretty much if I had the time to sleep, I would sleep. But then when I graduated and I was also severely depressed, I found that sleeping was a little bit more elusive. I mean, sleeping at night when normal people sleep, like sleeping during the day instead of doing things that I should have been doing or having a life, that was pretty easy. Like if the sun came up, my depression was like, now's the time for you to sleep. But actually sleeping during the night was a little bit impossible. I would lie there worrying about everything, like what I had said to the cashier at the grocery store, or how my life was potentially falling apart because I was 22 and had gone to school and done all the right things, and yet I couldn't find a job or do anything successful, it seemed like. It's not a great time for me. And I was also suffering from some severe restless leg that I think came as a side effect of the antidepressant that I went on. It was just a mess. So like my mind and my body were like, sleeping, no. So in order to combat the restless leg, a doctor prescribed me Xanax. So, you know, the whole like calm the mind down, calm the body down, whatever. And I was able to sleep. It was great, wonderful. But after I did this for a couple of years, I found that I was very reliant on the medicine, and I was essentially having to drug myself to go to sleep, which I didn't really like. So I started looking for more alternatives, like natural sleep aids, essentially. I tried spraying lavender on my pillow. I found the whole ASMR subculture, which was very interesting, and started following a bunch of slime accounts on Instagram. For a little while, I tried Bob Ross painting videos. Very effective. Very calming. There's a YouTube channel called Safari Live that does sunrise and sunset live streams on YouTube. Something about the South African accent and then the kind of whisper tone that you get in a lot of nature documentaries just combine to, for me, do the kind of same thing that ASMR does. There's a cat. I love cat. So I'd watch those, but still nothing really had a 100% success rate. But then I was scouring the best things to get you to sleep naturally blogs, and I found something called Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. And this thing is like black magic. Now you're thinking to yourself, aren't you supposed to listen to podcasts? But this is the one podcast that you don't have to listen to. At least the goal here is to not listen to it. So I've been wanting to make a video about this podcast for a while because I kind of stumbled upon it and then found that it was incredibly effective for me. Like, I don't have to take any medication in order to go to sleep. I just listen to this podcast. So you might ask, what happens in this podcast? Oh well, let me tell ya. So the creator of the show is Drew Ackerman, but the host of the show is Scooter. And Scooter has like the most monotone and boring voice you've ever heard. He goes on tangents all the time. Like, you would never want to listen to this person giving a lecture in school or at work as your boss or something, because it'd probably drive you crazy. But something about it, when he is speaking to you in the deep dark night, and you're lying there trying to sleep, it's incredibly comforting. So then what does he talk about in his very boring, droning voice? Well, there's a wide variety of things. Sometimes he tells his own original stories, like Nuns in Space, or he reads through the Trader Joe's Fearless Flyer. He also does recaps of shows and movies like Star Trek: The Next Generation. And my personal favorite is when he goes on location somewhere and essentially talks through being in a place, like when he was in the Orlando Eye. Get some background noise with that, which I know can bother some people, but for me, is really nice. I guess what's really great is it kind of works in several different ways for me. If I am generally tired and I just need kind of like a little bit extra push to go to sleep, the kind of droning voice that he has pushes me there. But if I am anxious and my mind's racing, which is usually the thing that will keep me up more, what's really effective about it is that there is a story, like he's definitely talking to you. And so you start following it, and then it goes off in these kind of weird directions, and you are lulled into this like sense of calm, the strange place that maybe dreams take you to. So it like takes you along with it until eventually I find that I'm not listening to it anymore. It's taken me somewhere away from all of the crazy, anxious thoughts that I am having and into this other place. It's distracted me with talk about butterflies or frogs or something strange. So anything that can distract me and get me out of that horrible thought loop that I get into and just get stuck in, and it's exhausting and I just can't put my brain to sleep. If I can be distracted from that, then I find I can go to sleep. So basically, this is a slightly strange thing. It's not that strange, but to people who have never heard of it or have never listened to it before, might think it's a little strange. But it's a thing that I intensely love and is intensely effective for me. And I wanted to share it with you in case you struggle sleeping too. If this video made you yawn, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know the moment that there are new videos that hopefully won't make you as sleepy. Plus remember to check me out on these other social media sites. And now, I think it's time to go to sleep.